Have you ever wondered in a hand how you should play pocket kings? Should you be passive? Should you play loose? Should you 3-bet, jam? Hi, I'm a recreational poker player and the author of the poker book, The Basic Small Stakes No Limit Hold'em. And now I'd like to share with you a hand where I had pocket kings in a 2-5 live stream at Best Bet in Jacksonville, Florida. Instead of being a spooler, let's play the hand and roll some footage, and then I'll give my commentary at the end.
Donna, the trainer, she makes sure that all of our up-and-coming dealers, along with, I believe, Ryan Childers, make sure that the up-and-coming dealers are trained properly and are experts in the game of dealing poker. So she is the Jedi Master of dealing, meaning that she is the ruler of the dark side of the Force.
That's why I was thinking about it, you know? Yeah.
That's for you, Shauna. Oh, and this is for everyone out there who wants to see some good poker and might want some action. So Angel opens ace-queen of spades to 40. Jeremy just flats with kings. And Tony puts in the good old 3-bet. And I envision if it gets back around to Jeremy, he might even stone cold 4-bet it, but he needs to stop playing passive. If you have a good hand, you know, put the foot on the gas.
Got to get position on this coach over here. I know he's a coach.
I think I'm good. I don't know.
I always have completely different.
I forgot everything he taught me.
How much?
It was all bad.
How much to switch?
How much to switch seats?
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Start at 500.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Smart Fish, what's up?
Right where I'm sitting.
Yeah. It's more satisfying.
It is. You know, it's like, you know, you get it.
You mash somebody out of
Get
it.
it.
And you post it on Instagram.
But check the nuts too.
This is real spicy because Angel might 4-bet. Jeremy, if you ever fold kings in my presence, if you ever, excuse me, I didn't mean to, whoever's ears I just hurt, I'm sorry. I feel so passionate because I feel like Jeremy might fold kings if Angel 4-bets. But if you ever, I'm going to take it down a notch, if you ever fold kings on this live stream, as it looks like part 1 of my plan is happening because Angel comes right in for the 4-bet. Jeremy, there's only one hand that beats you, buddy. They both can't have
This is
it.
the part where you like quiet down. Yeah. Respect. Everybody gets serious.
I'm going to be honest.
Jeremy,
I slammed a Red Bull.
shove your chips in, bud.
2 minutes.
That's a coffee.
Get your money in.
That's why I got to get the coffee. You know?
This is the time you shouldn't have limped. And there's the all-in from Jeremy. Wow. We got a big one brewing. And they know when we have a big one brewing, you know what that means. I shut the hell up. I turn the table volume up. And I let them do the commentary.
This hand is
Shit. Here's a lot. We're gonna watch the stream. It's gonna be like 7 dudes, 4.
right. It's the announcer's just gonna be like, I give up. I have no idea what the crap these guys are doing. This is insane.
Give me 15 minutes. We'll be like, I just know you guys. Pocket sevens. I know it. Bunch of Hungarian kids watching the stream.
Straight value bet.
Yeah, no, they're really good. They have charts ready now.
He knew he had the 6s, he has the 10s. He's gonna get him to call him to fold. He's so good.
I'm like, how's
It's a poker coach drink in
He's
this.
so good.
Goddamn poker coach.
JT's gonna start poker coaching this week.
He needed to go back and read his book.
You get him, Scott.
Scott brings up a good point, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that book again.
All I can say is this makes me want to play so badly as Tony moves all in for the remainder of his chips. And now Angel's deep in the tank. This makes me want to go play so badly after work. The D-Gen inside of me is oozing out as we are getting ready to play at least a $2,600 pot. And this is with action still on Angel.
That's like the you bet rivers for value face and you get triggers.
We know one of Tony's queens are gone. So he's going to have one out here, I believe. Because Jeremy has the hearts covered. So unless that flop is all clubs, Tony's going to be drawing relatively thin, and Angel does fold. So about 2,100. King shows the kings.
I called it. Called it. I called it, man.
Yep, so we got kings versus queens. All in situation. Jeremy's looking for a massive double up here if he can hold. The min by king is going to have to stand it up, and there's the ace in the window, and Angel's probably throwing up right now because she would have scooped the entirety of the pot.
Wow. That was very, very interesting. Now let's just go back. Let me take you back through the hand. Take out the commentary, and I'll let you know what was going through my head in this whole situation. Tony straddled. This was a 2-5 with a $10 straddle, and pretty much everybody was straddling $10, so it was a 2-5-10 and not just a regular 2-5 game. Fausto gets out of the way. Angel has ace queen of spades, and she decided to open to $40. And when I knew she's opening pretty much in a low jack position, so we're 8-handed, that she had a premium hand, she had an ace X or a good pocket pair, but most likely $40. It was ace queen, ace jack. And I just flatted the $40 to see how the situation goes with Tony, trying to protect the stack that I had built up from $363 to try and avoid an ace on the flop. And Tony 3 bets to 150. Now that he 3 betted to 150, I pretty much had my mind made up at that point that I was going to shove all my stack. And then as Angel sits here, thinks about it for a minute, and she actually is going to 4 bet from what we know. And here, if you're going to 4 bet, anytime I'm 4 betting, I'm calling any all-ins or over the tops. There's no reason to 4 bet that sizing, which was not that big of a sizing, over the 3 bet of 150. That you shouldn't 4 bet unless you're willing to call an all-in. She would have been better off just to flat the 3 bet and see what I do behind. And then if I jam and then Tony calls or repops it, it's easier for her to get away. It saves her another $240 because she comes back over the top on the 4 bet and makes it $390, I believe. Yes, 4 bets to $390. I know I'm already going to jam and shove at this point. I usually take the same amount of time as to not give away the strength of my hand by snapping it off instantly to give Tony some information. I hesitate. And then there it goes, all the chips in the middle. As I make it $869, 719 more for Tony. And I talked to Tony about this situation on the next 2-5 live stream, and pretty much that was the only way I was going to get max value out of this hand, because if Tony would have just called, Angel would have been in for a lot less. And then she could have made a call by him repopping, made it a 6 bet, in which if there's a 6 bet, there's no way ace queen suited, knowing they're way behind, should continue with a 6 bet for a very small draw. She would have had to hit one of the aces, Broadway, or the flush. And as you sit here and thinks for a minute, I'm glad he came back over the top. Which gave me some insurance in the process. That more chance that Angel would have folded instead of called. If he would have just flatted, then most likely she would have been priced in and she would have called it. But since he came back over the top, it cost Angel a lot more money. And would have pretty much almost cost her entire stack. It would have heavily crippled her, as she would have had to call $955 more. She thinks for a second, But then she makes the right play by laying it down. I would have laid it down in this situation because I would have just 3-bet instead of 4-bet. Because if I 4-bet, I'm willing to call an all in. And here she goes. She gets out of the way, which is the right move, the right decision. And we're kings against queens. The board is going to come up. And wow, ace in the window. If I would have just flatted the $40 and Tony got out of the way, I would have lost the minimum in that hand because the ace would have came on the flop, and knowing Angel and how she plays, it would have been a lot easier to lay down pocket kings in that situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like, subscribe button, and be sure to share and hit the notifications for more upcoming videos. Thank you.